Hello, welcome to a new Creature Unity tutorial where we are going to cover the new region ordering animation tool in Creature, and we're going to see how we're going to be able to use our animated region ordering in Unity. Alright, so in the previous episode I showed this demo where this bird character flies across a screen in a loop and starts behind the totem and then eventually ends up in front of the totem as it flies off, right? And I've explained to you that this was accomplished using the new region ordering feature in the Creature Animation tool, right? So once you're done with the animation, you obviously want to export it to your game engine. So you click on Export Game Engines, and then you pick whatever mode you want. Now, after you're done with the export, let's take a look at what files have been exported. So there are a couple of files that are exported by this tool. Now, a couple of them you're very used to. There's obviously the flat data bytes format, which you should use for Unity because it loads a lot faster for your character. But there's also another file, the new one that's produced. It's called the creature data meta mdata. So this file over here is going to contain the metadata that will be used to animate your region orders in Unity. Okay, so we need to drag those files in. So what we're going to do now is we're going to drag the required files. We're going to drag the atlas PNG, the metadata, and the bytes file. All right, and so I'm going to drag it in. Okay, and then the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to create the creature Unity game objects. So the first thing I'm going to do is create the creature asset. Okay, and I'm going to drag the flat data. First of all, this guy over here, I'm going to drag him into the creature animation asset. So it should be flat creature data. Obviously, there's an error. It says creature JSON not set. That's because it still thinks we're using the text JSON. So all I need to do is check the flat data asset. All right, and then that will load our binary format, which is a lot faster. So great. So now I can see all the animation clips in this file. Okay, the next thing we have to do is we have to set its metadata. Now the metadata is going to contain the animated region order, so we have to drag it into this slot. Except of course it doesn't allow you to drag it because it thinks it's not a text asset, right? Because the extension of this file is .mdata. And Unity doesn't recognize .mdata as a text asset. So what do? Well, very simple. We just rename it. So we right-click Show in Explorer, in Explorers, and then all we need to do now is we just rename the mdata file. So we go in here, and we just come in, and let's call it JSON, for example. And this will force it to to make it a text asset. Sorry, this will make it a text asset. So now we just go in here and we can drag, let's just verify this is the correct file. Yeah. Okay, so and then we drag this file over into the meta JSON. Okay? And so this will set the assets correctly. So now we actually have a meta JSON set and we have the flat data set. Brilliant. Okay, and then we can actually start looking at if the animation is correct. Now let's create the rest of the components required for Unity. So let's make a creature renderer, right? And we're going to drag the creature asset into the creature renderer. And then we are going to drag its texture map, its atlas, and let's change the type of shader it's going to use to a sprites shader. Oh, it's quite large. There you go. Here is the thing. And if we play it, let's see what we get. So we have the character coming in, and it flies in front, right? Let's play that again. Let me move the totem to the right part of the screen. Okay, let's play it, and let's see what we get. Okay, so the bird starts out behind totem and flies in front of it, right? And that's just reading off, essentially just reading off the new metadata JSON that we exported from the Creature Animation tool. It's very simple, right? Okay, so that basically concludes this Unity tutorial on how to use the new render order functionality of Creature. Have fun animating.